Pennsylvania, 1960s. You're driving down Coppell New Galilee Road at night. Locals speak the legend of a disfigured man who walks these streets at this time, but you pay no mind and don't believe until you do. It is in our very nature to love a good story. We want to believe in myths and subscribe to legends that fulfill our sense of wonderment and inspire our imagination. Now, we are used and accustomed to fiction, but what of an urban legend that happened to be true? As is the case with the one they call Charlie No-Face, or the Green Man, or as we're going to get to know him as Raymond Robinson, a human being. I think it's important to note that when we do these videos, or when we talk about these instances and these people, that it's exactly that they're people. It's important that we analyze this legend with respect and not to make him out like what he wasn't. He wasn't a freak. He wasn't a weirdo. He was a human being. Having said that, this is Life on Mars, where we observe the obscure and what seems out of this world, but is very much of it. Hey guys, before we begin, I want to remind you to leave a like and be sure to subscribe. And once you subscribe, be sure to ring that bell. Raymond Robinson was born on October 29, 1910 in Beaver County, Pennsylvania. He was born to Anna Robinson, a widow woman of Beaver Falls. His entire life would change at just the tender age of 9. It was on the fateful day of June 18, 1919, that he would suffer a gruesome injury. While out playing with his friends on a bridge, he spotted a bird's nest. Wanting to get a better look, he decided to climb an old pole. That old pole, though, had an old electricity line, and he was suddenly shocked with 11,000 volts of electricity. He immediately fell to the ground. The prognosis was grim. Just the year before, 11-year-old Howard Little died from similar injuries. However, Raymond would survive. This newspaper article from August 4th, 1919, speaks on his condition after the accident. As the article states, he talks wittily enough, however, only holes are left where his eyes were. One of his hands is gone and both arms are in bad shape. The upper part of his body shows markings of serious burns, yet, in spite of all his affliction, the boy is in good humor, though he has nothing to say of the occurrence. For the following 65 years after the accident, he would stay in his family home in Pennsylvania and become a leathersmith, making belts and wallets and anything of the sort so that he can generate an income. He would avoid going out at day, as he didn't want to cause a scene. It was his nocturnal nature and his walks at night that inspired a local legend to grow around him. The legend would change depending on who you asked. Some say that he fell in a vat of acid, or even that he removed his own face. But the story that really stuck is the story that happened to be true. As word got out about his nightly walks along Route 351, some began to seek him out, to verify the legend for themselves. Some were cruel to him, picking him up and leaving him somewhere stranded, or even hitting him with their car. However, Raymond was never discouraged from his walks. Fortunately, most encounters were positive, with people giving him beer and cigarettes and asking him many questions about his life. The website, Lawrence County Memoirs, has a short but detailed write-up on Ray. It also hosts a database of encounters, written by locals who were around at that era. Raymond would stop his walks in his final years. He retired to the Beaver County Geriatric Center, where he would live to the age of 74 and pass away in 1985. To this day, many people believe that he still haunts those Pennsylvania roads. But I believe that's beside the point, because in life he made the best of his circumstance. His nephew, when speaking of him, spoke on how he never really complained about his situation, as he felt because he couldn't change it, it served him no use to complain or to regret or to dread it. He simply lived his life the best he could. And I believe there is a lesson in there for all of us. May Raymond Robinson rest in peace. And for the rest of us, freak out.